another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How are you? I hope you had a beautiful day. Um, I had a good day. I can't complain, but before I do all of that, I need to check to see if I'm buffering. And I look pretty darn okay. No bufferation going on. So I just I took a little bit. Hey, my little tatted. How are you? How is walking the school hallway without those friends of yours? Hi. Hey, Nesby, what's going on? Welcome to Hello World. Yes. Bryce was on what was my guest actually not too long ago, maybe like a week ago. I'm buffering. Are you serious? Are you just messing with me? Tatted, I think you're messing with me. Um, Either that or your computer is buffering because I don't see any bufferation going on here. But yes, Nesby was on the panel just talking real talk about the life that he lives. So shout out to you. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Um, and I check your lives out too. I still jump in and out from time to time, maybe every other day I'm there. Um, so today I woke up, went to work, and hi Tanya, how are you? Welcome. I am buffering. Oh no. Um, yeah, how did everything work out with your car? It was supposed to be a joke. You get a little strups, little tatted hearts. It's called that's a strups, aka SMT, sucking my teeth at you. That's what you get. Hey, Myra, what's going on? How are you? Oh, okay. Sorry about the buffering. I have no control over that. I am with Verizon, so Verizon, we never stop working for you. I am the unofficial spokeswoman for Verizon Wireless. Let's get it right. But Verizon Fios, they have to convince me. They have to convince me a little more to come to their side. But oh, okay, cool. Um, I'm glad that everything worked out with your car. And yeah, you were happy the other day, so I'm glad. Um, in fact, you're still married. Congratulations. What up? Eat, sleep. Um, but yes, guys. So it was a long day. And after work, I was going to go to the gym, but I just didn't feel like going, so I didn't go. And then I stuffed my face just moments ago with a slice of pizza and a handful of pretzel bites and cheese. Guys, I don't even really eat cheese that often. So I can only imagine how my sinuses are going to be acting up later. Um, and I don't even have my lime. So I can't even like diffuse this pending situation. Um, oh, congratulations. You ain't get your Be the Difference shirt, Myra. Hmm. Barely married? Oh no. I know you got rid of them, but I mean, did you see them in school? Ooh, crabs? Like, was it already broken or you had the crab legs? Nice. And you had the butter to dip it in? Please don't say you had the butter to dip it in because then I'm be like, ooh, I want some crab legs now. Mm-hmm. Got your what the hell shirt, but you don't gotta be the different shirt. Mm-hmm. Sitting up here watching me make shirts, and when my shirts be fresh to death, you know what I'm saying? Myra, I thought we was here. I thought we was here. No, I'm just joking. But congratulations. I hope you do a video with it on so you can show your support to them. It was broken, my mom. You did dip it in butter? Really? You didn't have to tell me you dipped it in butter. That's messed up. I see you, tatted. I see where we are. We not here no more. We kind of like you just kind of like put a pin right through my pupil. Got it free. So whether you got it free or not, it doesn't. It still doesn't matter. It's not a Be the Difference shirt. Yes. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, you better wear that shirt proudly, Myra. And in all your videos, take a picture of it, post it on your social media so you can, show even more support and more people will know about what the hell's because not everybody's on YouTube and not everybody's gonna know who what the hell's is. So definitely show your support and wear it proudly. Go like this in Washington, DC, in front of the monuments to be like, what the hells? And then be like, buy your t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's all about support, guys. We got to support each other and our businesses and whatever else we're into. Like, I support as many people as I can. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's on YouTube or actually showing up to an event they have or purchasing food items or purchasing items that that they may have because guys, when you are a business, especially when you're not like a big mainstream business, it is very satisfying to know that people will go out of their way to support you. It's very satisfying. Like the nominal amount, it only covers the cost of actually preparing whatever they had to make. But it is phenomenal. It's saying to all the big businesses, like, we appreciate you, but we rather spend our money and get our money's worth, right? It's like I told you guys many, many moons ago when Hello World was first in the beginning. Um, think of it this way: for a big business, it takes, and whatever, let's just say clothing, right? For a big business for clothing, they can make X amount of X amount of items for pennies on the dollar. And then when it gets to the store floor, you're paying maybe $20, $30 for something that may have cost them $5 to make. Meanwhile, a smaller company um, may have paid $6 for an item, and by the time it comes to you, you're only paying $20. Let's just throw $20 out there, right? So, guess what? Guess who's making more money in the end? The bigger companies. And the quality may not even be the same. So, try your best to support the mom and pops. Try your best to go back into these little stores and support, like handmade crafting, like when it comes down to soaps and toothpaste, deodorants. It's better for you to try to go natural anyway, but try to support them if they're making it by scratch. And if they're asking for like $8 for a bar, just remember, if it is natural and they are making it from all natural material, one, it's healthier for you. Two, the material costs money. So you're probably really not even paying that much for their time to prepare it. So, anyway, that's all I have to say. So, if you ever do purchase from whatever you purchase, it doesn't have to be clothing, it could be jewelry, whatever, handmade jewelry, whatever it is, just remember that you are one, making someone very happy, two, pretty much just paying for the material, not always the time that it took to make it. And three, you know the person, right? So, anyway, consider that, folks. Hey, Julia H., how are you? Beth Collins, what's going on? You know what's Hattie? I don't even care if it was smooth and silky. It don't matter. I like my butter chunky. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it is. It is. I actually have been on in route to transitioning all of my products as well. So like I started with deodorant. It took a little bit for me to get used to because I had to go like this a few times. I was like, man, I don't feel like it's strong enough. But like I'm better. Thankfully, I don't sweat and I'm not a stinky person. Thank God. So like my pH worked with the natural stuff. Next thing I'm gonna do is the lotions. Once I run out of the lotion that I'm using, I'm gonna switch over to all natural lotions. And once I run out of the toothpaste that I'm using, I'm gonna switch over to all natural toothpaste. Guys, the less mess we put in our bodies, the longer quality life you get to live. Yes, at least that's the idea. Um, so, guys, remember to like, subscribe, share, and turn on your notification bells. Ding, 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 ding. If anything, too, if you have the capabilities, please share the chat out. That way, more people can join us. Hey, J Dog, welcome, J Dog in his house. It is, Myra. Like, I can't remember the last time I saw a vehicle that was producing all that smoke from the exhaust. And when I did, I was like, ew. And I was just like, man, like they have changed the emissions requirements so much, and they've made the newer model vehicles with so much energy efficiency with so much energy efficiency that I rarely see like cars smoking anymore. So I would say kudos to that in the car industry. At least they're doing their thing. What up, Tim? How are you? Welcome to Hello World. Uh-huh. So yes. Guys, tonight's chat is about love. And I am opening the panel to anybody that wants to come on in and chat with me about love. If you do, just put your little hands up and we can get it popping. But I want to know what motivates you guys to love? Do you need to have somebody like kind of convince you to love, or is it innately oozing from you, right? Because I think it'd be dope if it could just ooze out of us. And that takes a lot. It takes a lot to become love. So, how many of you have the desire or the ability to become love? Like, seriously, become love. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just talking about romance because we could talk about romance all day long about how he loves you, how she loves you, how you do all the special things and all of that good stuff, that good stuff. But what about loving when it hurts or loving when you absolutely feel like you can't? Mm, I can think of a couple scenarios where I probably would have a difficult time loving, but then like all the scenarios go through my head, and I'm like, oh, maybe they do need a little love. And in my heart, I'm just like, okay, fine. But what about you guys? Hey, Wanda! Hi, Paulindo. How are you? Who is Joy? I'm Joy. Paulindo, I'm Joy. I'm Joy. How are you? You didn't know my name was Joy Paulinda? Well, welcome. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. That's me. But yes, guys, love. Love. Four simple letters, but very powerful. I saw something on Instagram the other day, um, and it was so powerful. It was a picture of an infant. Thank you. It was a picture of an infant, and there was a mouth, an adult mouth, and it was, on top of the head of the infant, and it was just pouring out words. That's what we do, guys. That's like their form of understanding what love is because of what you say to that child. So like whatever you spew out of your mouth goes into them and it fills them up too. who they become. So if you don't want your child or children to grow up unloved, not being able to love people, not being able to communicate, because I feel like communication is a form of love, um, then you might want to start feeding them with beautiful things like music, classical music. My mom used to play classical music when I was in her belly, and I have a love of classical music. I do. I enjoy classical music. I think it's soothing. I think it's very grounding for me, and it's also love. There's like a part of music that just brings an emotion out of you. Well, for me at least, it brings out an emotion of like happiness. You know what I mean? And it's just like hearing all of those instruments come together. That's love. Just the sound, just to hear how sweet the sound of music can be. It's simple as that, guys. So who's ready to be loved and be loved? That is a hard question for some people, especially if all you've known is disappointments in love, platonically and romance. But I guess at some point in time, you have to get past your own mind and say, you know what? I want to know the opposite of what I've been understanding. Like I wrote a quote the other day. You want to hear it? Great. Yes, I'll tell you. It's goes a little something like this. I'm choosing to be different from what anyone has ever made me feel. You get that? Guys, it's a choice. We make choices every day. We make choices every day to be different. So, however, anybody has ever made you feel unloved, loved, disappointed, happy, whatever the case may be, you can always react, right? I think we're always reacting to chain of events all the time. All the time we're having a reaction. Our reaction can be love or our reaction can be the opposite. So, perfect example, you guys catch me in my car and sometimes I'm saying some unloving things in my head, or actually more like unloving gestures. But where did that get me? Nowhere. And what if somebody caught me doing that and then they turned on YouTube and saw me and they're like, wait a second, that was the girl that was going like this to me. What's the reaction then? Mm. You know what they'll first say is, oh, she's not who she says she is, or who you guys think she is. That's the first thing. So we got to be careful the presentation that we present to the world at all times. That's a form of love because I'm not perfect now. I don't want to be perfect. But what I do want is to know that I am is for people to know that I'm a genuine person. I try my best. So if you've ever driven with me, and I've gotten better though. I've gotten better within a few weeks. I haven't had any, in a while. But if you can absolutely build a foundation on love, maybe that's why I'm not reacting as harshly as I used to while I was driving. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. Maybe I'm allowing life to flow enough where it's leading me to places where I won't get into those kind of traffic jams or run into people who would cause me or run into people who I would end up having a reaction towards their actions in a negative way. But it's love. Back to the kids, man. Be careful what you say. because they're sponges. They may not know how to speak, but they sure do know facial expressions. They'll associate something good or bad. So if you're always continuously frowning at a kid, they're going to just think that they're the bottom of the shoe that stepped on doo doo. Show them love. Smile more. And what's so cool last night, if you guys were here, um, BQ was talking about how in all of his lessons, laughter is a requirement when he was raising his granddaughter and his children. Laughter is a requirement. Do you know, like, if you were just to smile right now and just laugh, how good would that make you feel? Right? Like, I'm smiling right now and I feel like my spirit is lifted versus when I'm not having the best of days. So I want to choose to be happy. I want to choose to love more because it feels better. It feels a lot better to love. Hi, Jamel. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. Hey, GW. How are you? I try to love myself, Beth Collins. There are days, though, when I just say, like, dang, Joy, how come you don't have this? I'm not, I can be transparent because it's the truth. I never want to I never want to have a persona of everything is always GQ, wonderful, amazing. While majority of the times it is wonderful and amazing, but there are times I'm just like, dang, Joy, what am I not doing? And I'm sure all of you can agree to that in some points and variations of your life. But if we choose to love, like just saying it alone makes me happy. Love. You know how amazing that is when somebody shows you love? Like for real, think about it. When someone shows you love, how does that make you feel? Doesn't it make you feel like you're appreciated? That wow, somebody took the time just to show love. Like you got that's why I always say, you know, how happy I am and amazed when you guys are here with me. Because that's I receive that as a form of love. And I I enjoy it. And you know what really bothered me the other night when I had to run out? I felt so bad that when I came back and was reading the chat, I was like, oh no, like people were really like, what happened to her? Does anybody have her phone number? And I was like, oh, I felt bad. Because I was like, I thought I was doing something innocently, but it wasn't received that way. And I can understand. Like I looked back and I was like, oh yeah, it is pretty pitch black in here. And it was dead silent. So I could understand, but I felt bad because I was like, you know what? People spent their time wondering if I was okay. I don't want to put that kind of stress on people. Paolanda, I'm sorry if I keep messing your name up. I love everything. My family, friends, music, tomato sauce on my pasta, everything. Yes. Is that Batgirl? Hey, Batgirl. Batgirl. Yeah. Batgirl. One of those months, that's okay. But remember this, Batgirl. If you make up in your mind to love absolutely everything that you can control and things that you cannot control, I guarantee you how you feel will slowly diminish and the happiness will come back. Like you have to fight sometimes. You really do have to fight sometimes to go opposite of how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, perfect example. Maybe like many moons ago when I was on Hello, when I first started Hello World, I used to battle back and forth like, man, do I really want to come on? Or do I, there's really nobody there like that. But I fought myself. I battled myself. And at the end of the day, when I did come on, I ended up encouraging myself. Whether it was like 3 or 4 people in the chat, it didn't matter. I was encouraging myself. So that's why I say when I talk to you, I talk to myself too. We all go through things. Sometimes on a daily basis, sometimes we go through seasons. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we could be great and then out of the blue, something attacks us and we just turn blue. But we have to fight. If you keep love at the center, like how you genuinely want to see our world to be better. You genuinely want to see your friends do well. You genuinely want to see your life reach that next level. Even if you don't understand it, even if you don't genuinely feel like you want to see anything good, force yourself, fight it, force yourself. Because remember, we are fighting stuff that we have grown accustomed to: hurt, pain, disappointments, low self esteem. We're battling all of those things that we've grown accustomed to. But if we start putting love at the front and center, that may take you following a faith, having faith, following religion, whether it be Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, whatever it is that gets you into that proper place of understanding what life is like and what the satisfaction you're supposed to get out of life. And to see the light at the end of the tunnel, you got to fight for it. Just like you had to fight to get out of the womb and survive, it's the same way you got to fight to live, to love, to learn. How did I become so loving, right? You ever wonder that? I think that's just part of my character. Because when I see people, I don't just see the person, I see past the person. I often start wondering, man, I wonder how their childhood was like. Because like you can see sometimes why, you can see, especially when there's a person that's like hurting or something. If I look at them, I'm like, man, I wonder if their childhood was like, so I want to do stuff special for them. Buy flowers, buy food, buy gifts, all just to make them feel opposite to what they're used to feeling. There's so many people out there, and it's not weird to show gratitude to people or to show something that people may not have. If you could be that person, that's your love to the world. Don't think of it about just that person because when you, it's again something we talked about last night. When you do acts of kindness or speak a loving word to someone, you may have saved their life. And you've also saved a portion of our community that they can touch. All because you loved and chose to show it in whatever way you felt fitting. Let's just hope they appreciate it. You know what? If people don't appreciate you loving them or how you expressed your love towards them, don't worry about that. It's not about you. Because later on, they'll start thinking, and then other situations may come up. And guess what? The first thing they'll remember, man, that person actually did something nice for me. They'll never forget it. That's your love print, just plopped right on their life. So don't worry about the instant gratification of understanding whether they appreciated your affectionate gift or not. Hmm. How many of you can remember maybe like way back when you were little, that one thing that happened that was just like so amazing that just sticks out for the rest of your life? That's how you can be when you show love, right? So what's one thing that we learned? When we show love, let's not expect anything in return. Don't even expect a thank you. Don't expect anything. Just know that you are planting a seed that was necessary for that person at that moment in time. You may not understand why you did it, but just do it anyway. There's so many things that I've done for people that I was just scared to do because I was like, man, what are they going to think? I never understood it, but I guarantee you that it was necessary at that moment in time. And I just listened and I followed through with what I was supposed to do. Whether I get a thank you or not, it will be appreciative, but I'm learning not to worry about that, not to worry about getting you know, my shoulders up in the air just because I was like, oh yeah, I'm appreciated for the moment. Yes. I don't think that makes me feel like somebody's stepping on me. No, I don't think so. Because remember, it's twofold. You're helping them and you're helping yourself. You're helping them to have a better day, life experience. You're helping yourself to be humbled, to give without needing a receipt, to give because in the heart. It's in your heart to do. To give because as you practice giving, your heart becomes full. What better way to end the day with saying, man, I followed what my heart told me to do? Make up the scenario in your own head. Man, they're excited, but you're making your maker happy. You're making your parents happy. Because I'm sure most of us, if we were raised by someone, they would be happy to know that, good job, my kid did that. Think about those things. If you don't get the expected or the desired response to your generosity, you can even you can do something as small as hugging somebody. Because nobody has to know that you're not the type of person that likes to be touched. But the fact that you did that, you've done two things. You helped somebody feel loved, and you broke down that barrier. You worked on yourself. You see how that works? Doesn't have to be monetary. You wrote a letter. I'm a letter writer. I write letters. I think I speak better through letters than through physically seeing a person. I write letters. Don't know why sometimes, and I just give it to the person, and sometimes I get a response, sometimes I don't, but it doesn't matter because I did what I felt like I was supposed to do. Maybe they still have the letter, maybe they don't. Maybe they left a lasting impression, maybe they didn't. Maybe they helped them to make a decision, or maybe it didn't. I don't know. But is that my responsibility to know? No. My responsibility ended and lied with me doing the action that I was supposed to do. Think of your love and how you can do for others without necessarily needing any type of, hey girl, hey guy, you did a good job. Job well done. We don't need pats on the backs. Would it be nice? Absolutely. But we don't need to. Because if we all were doing what we were supposed to do, why would you need a pat on the back for doing what you were supposed to do? You don't. That's just part of life. Is it hard for people to do that? Yes. Because again, remember what I said at the beginning. We've grown accustomed to different things in our lives that were acceptable: depression, anxiety, self doubt, being used to not feeling loved, shyness, whatever the case may be. But if we continue to boost, no, no, no. When we continue to boost each other up, all of those things that have been growing accustomed to start to fall off. And you kind of forget, like, wait a second, what was that thing? It started with a D. I can't remember what it really, what? I don't know. But you're too busy growing and glowing and showing the rest of the world that they could be just as good as you or better, right? Wouldn't that be amazing? Show your love. I I honestly think that we need to remember when we say love, how powerful that word is. You say it to your little infants all the time when you were an infant. Somebody always said, I love you. Yes, I do. You're so cute. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah." You spoke so much into that infant, and they just laughed and smiled and they felt it because they, at that point, know the difference between love and the opposite. Feed your soul with love. You want to know how you do that? Surround yourself around people who will always talk nothing but goodness as much as possible, right? Because we always have our down moments where we just, whatever. But if you have those people around you, that they can say, stop, wait, hold on a second. Let's get back on the board. Listen to people who know more than you, motivational things, whatever it could be. Maybe it's a speaker, maybe it's church, maybe it's a temple. I don't know. It's not my responsibility to know. But whatever helps your soul go higher, do that thing. Because this is an experience and a journey that I think as I'm growing, I'm learning like my life's purpose is to be lifted up and to help lift others up. I don't mind it. But that's not just my life's journey, it's all of our journeys. A little piece of that is all of our journeys. May not be as strong as another person's, but it's all of our journeys. All of us, we are love. We were created out of love. At some point in time, our parents loved each other and they loved each other so much that they created you, your maker, who then created your parents, loved their very being and let them birth you. Everything is love. Now, yes, I understand there are extreme cases where some, people were violated and ended up getting pregnant. Some people were violated in their own relationship and ended up getting pregnant. All of those things could have happened, yes. But at the end of the day, once that child is born, as hard as it can be, still try your best to pour love into that human being. Give them an opportunity and a chance to be better than you, to be the better version of you. I like to mention every possible scenario because that's real life. That is real life. Some people don't have it easy. Some people were violated and had children that they may not have wanted to have, but they had them anyway. That was love to allow them to live. Now that you had the love to allow them to live, love them enough so that they can grow and flourish despite their early beginnings. That's love when you can look beside yourself, beside everything that happened to you, and still love. And that's a lot of us. We all have to look besides ourselves and still show love no matter what. So, what is your love? How deep is your love? Hey, bad girl. Hey, JAR Landscaping. Holla. Welcome to Hello World. Romance. Falling in love is easy. Because as humans, we attract, we love, we like. But here's the clincher: staying in love, that's hard, right? Because to stay in love is always an uphill battle, right? You're always climbing, and hopefully, you're climbing with your partner. And when times get tough, your partner kind of puts that rope around their waist and kind of hoist you up. Or maybe they'll stop where you are, let you rest for a little bit, talk to you, make you laugh, whatever the case may be, give you water, whatever. And then you guys continue to climb. Romance is when you can love, especially when it's almost nearly impossible to. Again, a lot of things happen to a lot of us, and a lot of times we have to battle our own things. And it takes a very special person to be able to stay with those types of situations, especially if you have situations that are going on in your life or have gone on in your life, right? Two imperfect people trying to make something work. I'm not even going to say perfect, right? Let your guards down. It's not always one person is right, one person is wrong. How about talk through your differences? I guess both people have to want to talk through their differences, but that's how you know if you are equally yoked to the right person. I think a lot of romantic relationships, maybe people are not yoked with the right people, but somehow you don't want to hurt people's feelings. But what's going to happen if you continue to stay in something that you know is not right, and you've tried your best to work through it, work in it, and you feel like it's not working? But how do you hurt somebody's feelings when they feel you more than you feel them? You can lovingly say, "Hey, boo, it ain't you." No, I'm just joking. It can't be that harsh, but slow down before you get into all of those back up, back up, back up. Slow down before you start having romantic relations. Slow down. Talk more. See if you guys can vibe on that same level, and then introduce other things. No, but we gotta get instant gratification because, well, if I can't live with this person, then I don't know if we can get married. Or if I don't try it out, and I'm not sure because if they can't do it the way I need it to be done, then it's not gonna work. These are real life conversations. Yeah, but what if your conversation wasn't dope at all? Why would you even want to bother getting physical with them? All that's gonna do is just open up emotions that you may not even be able to handle. Oh man, it was so good. I can't leave him now. I think I'm in love. No, you not. You in love with something, but not the person. You're in love with their actions, but not them. Save yourself time from possible hurts by getting to know people. Love that way first and see if it even works. You see if there's even any sparks that are flying. Then get physical. Save yourself the energy, the time. Save your love for the right person, the right romantic partner that's going to bring the best out of you, bring the best out of the relationship, make it better than any relationship that you could have ever been in. Romance. It's more than just the physical. Romance starts with the conversation. Romance starts with the do you care about me enough to remember that 6 months ago you told me or I told you that I liked a certain flower and you ended up buying me that certain flower 6 months later after we only talked about it one time? That is love, folks. That is intimacy. That is something that a lot of relationships are lacking intimacy. Think about it. If you are single now, you will find your love, but make sure there's intimacy. If you're in a relationship now, make sure there's intimacy. Try your best at least. But at the end of the day, consider everybody's feelings. Remember, it's love first. Love for the human being, love enough to say, like, if this is not working or if it's not going to work, I can let you down easy as possible. And hopefully you can understand what I have to say and receive it well. And you don't think badly of me. I don't know. Oh my goodness. My chat all stopped. Mm. Hey, Norgus, what's up? My chat done stopped and I didn't even know that. hmm Sorry, just looking through. Yes, Beth Collins. Oh, that is love. That is absolute love. And you know what's so funny? Maybe one day when your grandson gets of age, he'll start humming whatever you've been singing, that tune. And that, oh my goodness, I bet you that'll make you cry. Be like, wow, this little boy, he doesn't even know where he got it from, but that was me just instilling that love in him. Hey, Max Jean, how are you? What up, Rosie Ren? So, yeah, my chat, I didn't realize it wasn't going. So, if anybody has gone and left, I apologize if I missed you. Oh, bad girl, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. We all go through hurts, but try your best to keep on loving while you're healing from whatever is going on. Do for others. I think that'll help heal as well. Doing for others as much as you can. One, it takes away, you know, whatever you're thinking about. And two, you're now practicing the essence of love and loving. And you're going to find it back in yourself. You'll see how empowered you'll be like, man, if I would have known that I could love people like this, that'll make you feel good. All deep inside. You know what I'm saying? Deep, deep inside. GW is a very wise man. Wow, GW. Very wise man right there. I don't understand why you don't put more inspirational stuff out, GW. I really hope you start doing that. Give me you know what? I hope you start putting out little inspirational 2-minute videos or 5-minute videos every day or once a week or something and post that on YouTube. I definitely will retweet that and share it all over. We need to keep on building each other up. That is what we are supposed to do. Love when it hurts. That is the hardest thing to do. Oh my goodness, that is the hardest thing to do, especially if you don't even want to move. But you are activating something inside of you to keep moving. When you do for others, you are setting your feelings aside for the moment and saying, like, yeah, I may be hurting, but there's someone else that needs my love, needs my heart, needs a wonderful word from me. Whether it's good morning, how are you, that smile you may have, whatever the case may be, they need you. That should help. And like GW said, if you need to call on God or your maker or whoever you believe in, call on him. Call on him. And he'll come right quick, fast, and in a hurry to show you how much you are loved by him, your creator, and how valuable and how precious your very tears are, your very heart is to him. And he's going to clean up the mess so you can be the best and love you so much. And you'll turn around and be able to be the best version of yourself and the best example of what love would look like and feel like to someone else. GW prayed over everyone. There you go. Can somebody handle that, please? Thank you. I know you may be 13, but there's something about life and love that will definitely make you feel a lot differently than what you're saying. In your youth, you should be utilizing this time to be the best version of yourself, to be understanding who you want to be in life, to understand what makes you, what motivates you, who motivates you. That's what you should be concerned about in this life. Whether you're 13 or not, you are responsible for your actions. So let your actions be pure. Let your actions be edifying to someone's soul, including your own. We all were 13 at one point. But remember, if you never ever come back here to Hello World, if you never ever do, just remember this. What you speak out of your mouth will come back to you. So be careful, little eyes, little ears, and what your mouth says, because you will produce something that you may not want to ever really have in your life. So think wisely, choose wisely. Think about your future. Those are the things that you should be thinking about. Think about your future. How are you going to make your community better? What are you doing to do that? Start volunteering. Start doing something that will edify the community. Remember that, Mr. 13-year-old or Miss 13-year-old. So, love, guys. Love no matter what, no matter how hard it can be, how hard it can hurt. Even when people say some things that you don't appreciate, still love them anyway. But you can love them from a distance, but show them love because you can't, you can't medicate a cut or a bruise without knowing you have a cut or a bruise. I've been going through a lot and y'all been here for me. Y'all helped me through my stuff. Y'all the ones that helped me realize haters are going to hate, but I'm still going to push hard. There you go. There you go, bad girl. You got this. Yes. Yes. Let nothing sway you, right? Because guess what? We've been thrown off course for so long that now is the time that we know better. We got to continue to do better. There's so many situations and things and people that try to throw you off course, especially when you're starting to get the motivation to start running your race the right way, with the right legs, with the right strength, with the right garment, with the right sneakers, with the right mindset, with the right motivation. And then someone comes along to try you. You keep on pushing no matter what. Let that love ooze out of you no matter what. I guarantee you, your trials will no longer be a trial. They'll just be stepping stones to help you get to the next level that you never thought existed. Yes. Guys, I've been on here long, but I hope that out of everything, love is going to be the motivating force in all of our lives. Because when that is, this right here, your vision will be different. Not your literal vision, but your vision, your soul, that cataract that we talk about sometimes. You'll get a new lens. You'll get a new perspective on life because we only get one life, one shot. With that one shot, try your best to make it about love as much as you can, no matter how hard it is. Try. I am here on Hello World every single night between 7 and 9. That's the time that I go on. Hello World is all about us building together so that we can be strong enough to go back out into our communities and face whatever trials, hardships, or even interferences and face them with gratitude, with a smile on your face, and react pleasantly no matter what, right? Because every test, we don't have to trip up and fail. We can pass all of our tests. That's what you're here for, right? You guys build me up. I hope I can build you up. You guys encourage me. I hope I can encourage you. You are beautiful. You are amazing. There is no mistake about you, no matter what is going on in your life. You no longer have to worry about who is directing your path, why your path is being directed a certain way. Let go of the steering wheel and let life start to flow. Start thinking better of yourself. Start accepting all of the great things that can potentially happen for you. Start making that mindset change. Start activating your faith until the fact that when a distraction goes, you don't even blink. You keep moving forward in love. There's growth in humility, guys. That's a quote of mine. Speaking of which, if you ever want to get to know anything more about me or my company, there's links down below. Go to the website. If you ever shop on Amazon, click on the cell phone, my Note 9 cell phone link, and shop through there. If you ever want to know anything more about the people that I've had on a previous panel or interviews that I've done, just check in the description down below. Also, there are other YouTube channels that I have in my description that I would love for you guys to check out and get to know. Again, like I said, I have to update things because I'm doing a lot more interviews and I only get 5,000 characters and I'm almost up with that. So I have to make room for a lot of different things. But check people out now before the changes come. Hey, Dad's Vintage, how are you? No, you didn't miss anything. You can always catch the replay. No, you know what? I say thank you for investing time in me because if you didn't, if you guys really didn't invest time in me, I might have just put Hello World back to the shelf and be like, okay, it just didn't work. And then who would encourage me then? I'd have to fight for my encouragement still. When I can get it so freely from you guys every night, yes, we need to be, guys, think about it this way. We need to be refilled every day. We need to be recharged every day. Not once a week, not once a month, every single day. We need that recharge. That's why we need each other. You notice how when you're cold outside, but then when a bunch of people snuggle together, it gets warm because we are recharging each other. Think about when we keep on pouring beautiful words and positive words in each other, how you're recharging you from whatever may have come your way during the course of the day. We are little charging stations. Yes, we are all little charging stations. Be full so that you can help give a little charge to other people. Hey, Kendall. Hey, Kendall, my little Kendall. How are you? I hope you're doing good at school. What up, Flag Nag? How are you? I think you were here earlier. I'm not sure. I can't remember because my chat got a little frozen. But I thank you guys. I really do. There is no mistake about you, no matter how quirky you may be, whether you're um, whether you have a disability, whether you're disformed, disfigured, there is no mistake about you. There's definitely going to be times of frustration in all of our lives, no matter how perfect you think someone is. People are humans, and humans don't always have it together, but it takes all of us to come together to become together. Yes, that's another quote. I just can't remember what I just said. But let me get out of here, guys. You are the best version of yourself when you allow yourself to be. You have to activate that, but you can only control you, no one else. Always remember that. So until we meet again, my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. If I missed anybody, I apologize, but catch me tomorrow between 7 and 9. And until then, I'm signing out on another episode of Hello